Emmanuel, God is with us. Emmanuel, God is with us. This is an M.I. Gardner seed campaign. M.I. Gardner is a very popular gardening channel on YouTube here. So this year I went and checked out the seeds he's selling, and I was able to find some yummy and unique choices that I think will match my growing season, and I can start late. This is Casto Luto Genovese. Although it doesn't look like it, it is a paste tomato. So this is used for making sauce. It is used for cooking. It is used for processing. And it is a very early tomato. It's supposed to be ready in 50 days. So I should be able to do quite well. I'm excited to give this a try. I don't take the skins off my tomatoes when I make sauce because I don't can my sauce. I just use it for fresh eating. I have a small garden. I don't grow a ton of tomatoes. So a tomato that I'll be planting, it's the middle of April. So get these seeds started, and I will be planting these for planting out in May. So that sounds pretty good to me. And then since it's only a 2-month till harvest in Southern California, because we have shorter days, it takes about 33% longer to get a harvest. So early and planted in May, I should get a harvest. We're looking at somewhere between, this should be a fall crop for me. And I can plant new tomatoes in the fall for spring harvest. So I'm going to give it a shot. And then the Wasapan peach tomato. I don't know if this is a mid-season tomato or not, but cherry tomatoes tend to be able to work pretty well here. So I'm going to try this for a fall harvest, and I'm going to plant some of these in the fall for a spring harvest. And then we have chocolate stripes. This is another tomato that does pretty good in my area. It's not a beefsteak tomato. You can get your tomatoes pretty quickly off of it, and it is quite delicious. So again, I'm going to try all these right now and see if I can get a summer and fall harvest off of them. And then I'm going to replant them in the fall season, because that's my best planting season. October is my best season to start tomatoes. And Mortgage Lifter. This tomato is only good for summer tomatoes for me. So I might have to put a little makeshift greenhouse over it to get a harvest out of it, but I need to get a summer harvest. And this is an 80-day, which means if I get the tomatoes in the ground in May, we got May, June, July, that would give you about your 80, a little over your 80 days. But then I gotta think August, I could get a harvest on this in September, planting it this late in the year. If I get a harvest, we'll see. My pumpkins, it's almost time to plant my pumpkins. I plant my pumpkins in May because I like to harvest them in the fall. So I'm trying Winter Luxury pumpkin, and I have 2 other pumpkins that I saved my own seed for, so I'll use those as well. But this is a new pumpkin for me. This is a Pepito pumpkin, and with pumpkins, if you plant just one of each genre, you can save your seeds on it, and it comes true. I live in an area where people don't garden. I live next to a wildlife reserve, so I don't really have any competition for what my neighbors are planting. So whatever I plant, I'm pretty much fine. And Oswald eggplants. Although this would have been better to have planted earlier, eggplants just take so long to germinate for me, and they want heat and everything. So pretty much March, April is when I can plant the seed for these, and I'll give it a try. blue spice basil. Basil is a wonderful summer herb for me. It germinates pretty quickly when it's warm, and it goes to seeds, and it's beautiful. I'm going to do a special video on planting the seeds of my Burbank black hulless barley. I'm using this as a nurse crop with my different things that take a long time. Look, you guys. That shows you how organic my garden is. Everybody is healthy. And he's mad dogging me. Okay, so that's my seed haul. And I'll get to planting. So this is an old planter, and one of my old pepper seeds came up. So I've got a fish seed there, and I don't know what happened there. There was another pepper there, but now it looks like mold. So I'm going to plant my new seeds in this planter with my old pepper plant. And when pepper plants start coming up, that means it's go time, because peppers can take a very long time to germinate. They like very specific conditions. The soil is wet. I am not gonna have to wet this soil. Wow. It is go time. Everybody will come up now. So this is where I'm gonna plant my lovely and my gardener seeds. I'm so excited. I only need one of each of these tomato plants because I have a small garden, but I'm going to plant 3 in each cell so that, you know, if I have some extras, they're such wonderful plants that I'm sure somebody else would want one. I can gift some tomato plants to other would-be gardeners in this crisis time. I think that might be a gift that people would appreciate now. Maybe. It's go time. So packing my wet soil in there. It's pre-moistened with lovely rainwater. Ooh, nice. Okay. It's nice and tight. Now let's get going. Start with this lovely paste tomato that's supposed to be really quick. It's 25 seeds. It's the only one, because it's a paste, I could use more than one so that I could make lots of tomato dishes. So there are the seed. I'm going to plant 7 of those. Love planting in 7s. And I'm going to plant that right there. And I'm just going to tap it in, punch it into the soil so that it feels like, okay, this is good. This is good. Since these are fresh seed, I didn't do my little trick with them. Hopefully, in my gardener seeds are easy to start. Okay, so I'm just so excited. I just shove those bad boys in there, and I'm like, yeah, let's get some growing done. Yeah. Next, we're moving on to chocolate stripes. They say this tomato will grow good in any area, and it's from Peru. The seeds are much smaller and darker on this one. So I wonder if that's a suggestion that that is a smaller tomato. So maybe this is almost maybe this is a salad-sized tomato, not a cherry tomato. We'll find out. I put these in my mouth because I want to speed up their germination. I should have done that on the other ones. Maybe it won't make a difference. Maybe this is an old wives' tale. I don't know. All I know is these seeds are designed to go through the stomach of an animal, like myself, come out the other side, end up in the ground, and grow food. That's how you get these normally. If you're around a lot of birds and stuff, you should start getting volunteer tomatoes every once in a while whenever somebody eats them. Okay, that was easy. We're going on to Mortgage Lifter. This is a big tomato, and I'm getting this one started a little late. This I should have started in January, 3 months ago, but I didn't have it then. So there are the seed. One of them is a unique shape. There's two round ones, and there's one that is an oblong shape. So I'm going to give them the whole mouth saliva thing. Take them from the mouth and put them in the soil. I just found out that when I stick these bad boys in my mouth, they're easier to plant. So maybe there's more to this old wives' tale than not. Wow, that one could use some more soil, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's enough for a tomato. And now we have 3 of this one. Now these seeds are kind of unique too. One's kind of dark and the others are a lighter color. And this is Wassapan Peach. It is a cherry tomato. It's supposed to be one of the sweetest. So I'm going to put it in here. Those seeds into that soil. Have a little fun in the garden. So these are my late tomatoes. We'll see if they're ready to grow at the same time as my early tomatoes, because I planted my early tomatoes in, I think it was February or early March, and they're just little teeny things still because I'm not using any special equipment. And these are being planted in mid-April, so we'll see if they catch on. We're going to put in these Oswald eggplant. I'm the only one in the house that eats eggplants. One eggplant plant will do me, but of course I'm planting 3 seeds. And look at the diversity in the seed. One's a little dark, and the other 2 are like a pretty color that I think will grow better. I'm going to stick these in my mouth and get some saliva on them. And plant them out. I'm just pressing them into the soil. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Now I got this blue spice basil, and I'm just going to overplant that because basil will come up with the tomatoes, and I will plant it out with the tomatoes. So that's what we're doing there. Got the seeds in there wherever they choose to come up. Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.